everyone, welcome back to another Tinge Ginge video. Now today I'm going to be working on my fish pond. It's a little project that I've been doing for a few months now. I've been sort of trying to get it set in place just to try and make sure that what I've got going on is actually going to stay there. It's not all just going to get washed into the pond. You've seen by the thumbnail that it is like I've made like a little waterfall that goes into my pond, and I've actually put some moss on the slate just to try and make it look a little bit nicer and a little bit more natural. I feel like the moss is sort of kind of stuck to the slate, but because of the conditions that it's being kept in, I don't think it's getting as much moisture as it needs. So now is a good time to put it on the pond where it's got a little bit of purchase on the slate, and hopefully it's going to be constantly watered by that pond, and it should just help grow and spread out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly show you what I've got set up, and then we're literally just going to chuck it straight onto the pond. It looks like it's going to pour down with rain, which isn't the greatest of conditions, but hopefully we get it done nice and quickly. Okay, so it is very windy, so I'm hoping you can actually hear the audio. If not, I will just do an over thing. But as you can see, this is the pond. Now, if you've seen my videos before, you'll know that I've shown this in the past and I've talked about this. You see, I've got the two bubblers there. I've got this bridge that goes all the way up the garden, and the fish pond does actually go underneath this bridge all the way to here. So it is quite a decent sized pond. And there you can see is where I've got the little outflow from the filter, and I've actually got the first bit of slate there with some actual moss on it growing. Now that stuff actually stayed in place quite well. So today we're going to be building up those layers, and hopefully it will look half decent. So let me quickly show you what the other slate looks like. So these are the other pieces of slate I've got. You can see the moss is on there. Now it's not stuck to it completely, but it's got just enough purchase on there that I think it's actually going to be okay. It's not going to get washed off by the drip of water coming out of the filter. So these are the three tiers I've got, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in place, but I need to separate them. And to separate them, I've just got these little bits of slate here that I've cut. I've got two bits here. This one, I've lost the other piece, I don't know where they've gone, so I'm going to use this bit for now. But these are just going to give me the little bit of separation I need, just so I get that little waterfall effect. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set the camera up, I'm going to turn this off quickly, and then hopefully we can start building it up. There we go, that's the finished result. Obviously you need to wait for the moss to grow in a bit, and I want the moss to start sort of overlapping, coming over the sides, and I can just tear it off and put it to where I need it to be. But that's basically the effect I wanted. So now hopefully we can turn it on and it should trickle down nicely, and hopefully none of the moss gets washed away. pretty much exactly what I wanted. The whole idea of me putting the moss there, one, just to make it look a little bit more natural, and two, if you see there, the water's actually not flowing over the sides down here, which it was doing before, and it was going under here and draining a lot of the water out. What that moss is actually doing is it's sort of creating a little barrier and pushing that water forward, so it's actually going into the pond, and that's exactly what I wanted basically. So you will see a little bit of moss is just falling off there. That's not a problem. A few bits are going to fall off, but as long as the outer bits stay on the outside, I'm more than happy with that, because again, it will grow in with time. So I think that is an absolute success. So here's a before of what it used to look like. And here it is now. Okay, so now that's all done, I'm really happy with the way that's turned out. I might as well give you a quick look at my koi, so hopefully we can feed them and get them to come up so you can actually have a look at what's actually in my pond. So all I'm actually going to feed them now is I'm just going to give them some cat biscuits as a little treat. I like to sort of mix up their diet every now and again. I do feel like I feed them dried mealworms, I'll give them a little bit of bread every now and again. They get the proper koi pellets that I've shown before, but I just like to mix it up and give them a bit of everything. So let's just see if we can get them to come up. I've been messing around with the pond, so that sort of disturbed it a little bit, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and get that scent of the cat biscuits in the water, then hopefully that should draw them up. I know the sturgeon will be over instantly because he's just greedy, he doesn't care. Here he is. As soon as he comes up, everyone decides to come up. Now they are pretty tame. Obviously it's been the winter, so I've not really fed them that much. But in the summer they do come up and they do have a good chew on my hand and feed out of my hand. They are pretty good. I'm not a koi expert. I don't have a clue what half of these are in here. I literally just bought them because I like the look of them. So if you do know what they are, then feel free to chuck it in the comments and let me know. But yeah, here they are. They're all growing nice. I've had them all since they were a couple of inches, and they've just grown so quickly, it's unreal. I'm actually surprised they are feeding because it is still quite cold, but if you've watched one of my other videos, you'll know that I did make a little DIY heater. You can see it just in the corner there. I did make that and put that in the pond, and I feel that's actually made a significant difference to the temperature of the pond. I mean, it's not that cold, I mean it is still cold, but compared to how it should be, I think it's actually a lot warmer than what it would be without the heater. So I think that's why these fish have come round and they are actually still feeding quite well. The pond hasn't frozen over at all either. I don't know if it's got anything to do with these bubblers or whether it was the heater, but yeah, the pond hasn't frozen over once either. And the fish have just been completely active, about and everything else. So yeah, the pond's doing really well, and I'm looking forward to it warming up a little bit so I can actually start getting into this and doing a lot more detailed work on it. So videos of that will be coming, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss those videos. Okay, so that's going to be the end of the video. It's a really quick one today. It literally took me about 5-10 minutes just to get all that set up and put in place. It's just a quick thing I wanted to show you because I did mention it in one of my other videos that I would be giving you updates on the fish pond, and now that the weather is starting to warm up, I can actually get out there and start to do a little bit more to it. So that's just the start. Obviously I'm going to go over the whole filtration system I've got. I'm going to be adding a lot of stuff to the filtration. I'll be building another custom net because you can see that one's been absolutely destroyed by my dogs, so I'd need to build something that's a little bit more sturdy that's going to withstand them. And obviously I'm going to be adding a lot more fish to it as well. I am messing with the idea of putting some dye in the water. You know, you can see some water has like that blue tint to it to just help keep the algae down. I am considering doing that. I'm not too sure yet. I need to do a little bit more research on it, but I saw a pond the other day on Instagram and I really liked the look of it. So that could be something that I'll look into doing, but I'm not too sure yet. I need to have a little look to see what I think. But yeah, that's hopefully going to be it for this. I don't think I've got anything else I need to add about the pond just yet. Give me some comments down below, let me know what you think. Follow me on Instagram under Tinge of Ginge as well, so you can see all the updates there. I normally post stuff on there first before these videos come out. And there's a load of other stuff on there that you can have a look at that you might be more interested in. So I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you next time. Oh, there he is. As soon as he comes up, everyone decides to come up. Now they are pretty tame.